So today we're talking about Outlander, but this isn't going to be your typical book review, not at all. Think of this as more of a heartfelt journey right into the core of Diana Gabaldon's epic novel. We're going to unpack its powerful message about love, choice, and what it means to find your identity. It's an absolutely incredible tale, so let's just dive right in.
Wow. I mean, this single quote, it's pretty much the entire story right there. It just so perfectly captures that feeling of being fractured, of being torn in two. Our hero, Claire, isn't just lost in time, she's lost inside herself. She's caught in this terrifying space between the capable modern woman she was and the person she has to become just to survive. And that profound transformation, that's really what's at the heart of this novel. All right, so let's set the scene. I want you to really try and imagine this. Imagine your entire world. Everything you know, everyone you love, your whole sense of who you are is suddenly completely shattered. Think about the sheer mind-bending shock of what happens to Claire. One moment, it's 1945, she's a combat nurse, a woman defined by her competence, and she's finally rebuilding her life after the war. Then, with a single touch of an ancient stone, she's violently thrown 200 years into the past. Just like that. Her reality, her identity, her future, it's all gone in an instant.
Okay, before we dive any deeper into her story, let's just get the essential details out of the way. The book is, of course, Outlander by Diana Gabaldon. It was published back in 1991, and it's this brilliant mix of historical romance and time travel fantasy. Honestly, it's perfect for anyone who really wants to sink their teeth into a deep, emotionally complex story. So here she is, fighting for her life in a world she doesn't understand. But right in the middle of all that danger and desperation, something completely unexpected starts to happen. A love story that will literally echo across centuries. You know, Claire's modern medical knowledge is a real double-edged sword for her. On the one hand, it makes her invaluable. She's a healer in a brutal, superstitious time. But on the other hand, it completely marks her as an outsider, a Sassenach. Her skills are seen as strange, even dangerous. It just so brilliantly shows how precarious her situation is. Every move she makes is a gamble. And this is where everything changes. Her marriage to the young Highlander, Jamie Fraser, it starts out as a purely practical thing, a shield. But what begins as a strategy for survival, it ignites into something fierce and real. It's no longer about what she has to do. It becomes about a connection so profound, she starts to redefine her entire identity around it. It becomes a choice. And this incredible transformation, it all builds to the emotional core of the novel, an absolutely impossible, heart-wrenching choice that Claire has to make. You see, here's what Outlander is really trying to tell us. True, authentic love isn't some fairy tale. It's not about finding the perfect person at the perfect time. It's about the courageous and sometimes agonizing choice to build something real when the entire world, or in this case, time itself, is trying to tear you apart. You can just feel the raw power in Jamie's words here, can't you? This isn't a logical decision for him. It's a complete surrender of himself. He's willing to risk his whole identity, everything he is, for her. This is love as a force of nature. It's unreasonable, it's consuming, and it's absolute. And then, when Claire finally gets the chance to go back to her own time, she understands the book's central lesson. Love isn't the safe path home. It's a terrifying leap of faith. It's about choosing the chaotic, beautiful uncertainty of a life with Jamie over the security of everything she has ever known. So why does this story resonate so deeply with so many of us? It's because this idea of a conscious, courageous love, well, that's timeless. So let's talk for a second about how we can actually apply it to our own lives. The novel really offers a powerful framework. Let's call it a daily choice audit. It's pretty simple. Step 1. Every morning, just ask yourself, am I actively choosing this person today, or am I just coasting on habit? Step 2. Act on it. Find one small way to show them you're making that choice. And step 3. Express something vulnerable. Be real. That's how you turn love from a habit into a conscious daily act. All right, so after all that emotional depth and that sweeping historical scope, what is our final verdict on this monumental journey of a book? Okay, so the book's strengths are just immense. The historical immersion is so rich you can practically smell the peat smoke, and the character development is truly second to none. But, and this is a big one, you have to be prepared for a real commitment. At over 850 pages, there are definitely moments where the narrative slows down, and it absolutely requires a significant investment of your time.
So, after weighing its absolutely epic scope against its very demanding length, we land on our final score. Our grade for Outlander is a very strong 7.9 out of 10. So let's break that down real quick. It scores exceptionally high on content quality and its impact potential. This story will stick with you. The practical lessons on love are also really strong. It loses a few points on writing clarity. And I want to be clear, this isn't because the writing is bad. Far from it. It's simply because the sheer length of the book can sometimes mess with the pacing and the overall flow. And if this story of love against the odds completely captivated you and you need something to read next, we highly recommend The Time Traveler's Wife. It is that same heart-wrenching vibe. And for more of that 18th century Scottish history mixed with a powerful romance, you absolutely have to check out The Winter Sea.
You know, Outlander leaves us with a really powerful question. Would you choose the safety of the world you know, or would you take the leap for a love that could transform you completely? It's a question that really echoes long after you finish the book. For more journeys through literature's greatest stories, make sure to follow and subscribe. We'll see you next time.